Thank you guys for joining this call. So in the last episode, we learned about the iOS jailbreak and set up tools, how we can configure the tools in our iOS device, and as well as the system. I was using the MacBook, so I tried to install some of the tools in iOS device and in the Mac system. So in this episode, basically we will talk about the file system navigation, because file system navigation is really important when you perform the vulnerability assessment or penetration testing of your iOS applications. So we will be talking about the file system navigation using SSH, and then I will be going through the iOS binary package. When we get the IPA file from the development team for doing the penetration testing. So what all files included this particular package. So I will be talking about that, and then I will navigate the app data navigation. When you install your application in your iPhone device, so there is some location where and if any event is triggered by your application. So if this application is storing some sensitive data, so where these sensitive data has been stored into your iPhone application, so we will navigate all these packages and check if any sensitive information is stored there or not. So then I will talking about the Burp suite configuration, and will give a little bit demo about that, and I will be covering few of the vulnerabilities about the local data storage. So first of all, let me check if my second phone is connected or not. If my second phone is gets connected into the system, I will quickly show you how to jailbreak if you have 13.2 iOS version in your iPhone device. I'm just connecting it. Let's hope it gets connected to the system. Okay, so let me check. iPhone is coming. Not, I think it's not getting connected. Let me close it and let me check with iTunes. No guys, I think it's hard luck. I'm not able to connect my new phone with this system. So let's move with the old phone. Yeah, I'm able to connect it. So what I will do, I will just launch the QuickTime player so that you can check new movie recording, and then yes, yeah. All right guys, so it's connected, and this phone we have already jailbreaked in our last session. Actually I was trying to connect iPhone 8, which has iOS 13.2 version installed in it. So I was trying to show how to jailbreak if you have the higher version of iOS installed in your iPhone. But no problem. So I will check with my USB cable if it works. Then definitely in the next session I will show you how to jailbreak uh, the system. All right. So I'm just giving it. Okay, so now I will show you how to navigate the file system of any application. So basically, when you install your application, so this is the location where the file is located, the package, right? So you need to navigate private where container bundle then application. And in the last episode I told you, know, every application is provided an UUID, right? And then we can, check the application inside this UUID. So I will quickly connect with the SSH here, and before that I will check what is the IP address. And we have already installed, SSH in our system. So you need to just navigate into the setting Wi-Fi and then check the IP address of this particular iPhone which is connected to your system. So now what I will do, I will type the SSH command here. Let me clear it. SSH root @ 21. Okay, so when the SSH gets connected with the IP address, so it will ask the password, and I have provided the password. Now you can see I am into the, phone's root. So I will navigate to the, file system where this particular package is installed, right? So by default, SSH password is Alpine. So when you install SSH in your iPhone device, it is recommended to change the password, because if because your phone is uh, jailbroken, if someone if you have installed any malicious application in your device, so there might be a chances that SSH password might get hacked. So it is recommended to just change your SSH password when you first time enter the SSH password, right? So what I will do, I will just check here. Okay, system is a little bit slow, I guess. All right. So what I will do, I will just navigate to the package where package is installed. Here container bundle and then application, right? So this is the location where your application is get installed, and all the packages inside resides inside this particular location. So we need to just check how many applications are there. So if I click on dir, you can see, each application is given one UUID with 32-bit character, right? So you need to check uh, for your application which you want to test, right? So for that, I in the last episode I told you so how to check your particular UUID. So we have one tool here that is called Filja. Through Filja, we can navigate the file system and then quickly check what is the UID for this particular application. And so what I am trying to show here, I will navigate to private where container bundle application, and I am basically trying to check for DBA version 2, right? So this is the application you can see here, DBA, and it the UID starts with 49B9. So what I will do, I will go to the command prompt and then cd 49B We will tab and then enter. Now I will check the package inside this, right? I click on dir, so it gives the Divya application.app. So when you when you install your application, you need to check, what all sensitive information inside this particular app, right? So basically, we need to check here, right? So when you navigate to this particular app and you just click on the ls or dir, so you can see lots of information inside this particular package. So you can check each and every file which is visible here. So for the sensitive information, like I will tell all these files about what is info.plist and what is this particular file, and there are some other packages installed inside this, so we need to check each and every file for sensitive information, right? So this one is the application which I was trying to show, right? Okay, so next thing which is important while doing the penetration testing is the binary package structure. So you can check in this diagram. So this is the binary package when you get the IPA file from the development team. So when you extract it, there are so many files inside this package. So there are files like payload, iTunes, art, and iTunes metadata.plist, and then app name.app. And inside this app.name app, there is one file called binary and mobile provisioning file code signature and bundled resources files. So I will explain, each and every one. So what is iTunes art? So iTunes art is basically an icon that shows up on the iTunes and the App Store app on the iOS device. Basically, it provides one image file which is when you launch your particular application. So this particular file contains the image of that particular application. And what is iTunes metadata playlist? So this one is the property list XML file that contains developer information like the developer name, ID, copyright information, and application range, and the release information. All these information will be listed inside this iTunes metadata plist file. And this one is important, the payload. So because this folder contains the application data, so when you extract this particular payload file, so you will get all these information like app name.app, like in this case you have seen here, right? So this one is the app name, right? So inside this you can get all the files included inside this .app package folder name. So inside this there are few other folders like application binary. So what is application binary? So application binary, this one is the executable file containing the application code, and the name of this file is always the same as the actual application name. Like if I was talking about the dba application, right? So this application binary name will having the same name of dba underscore version 2, right? So it will have the same name. And during the pen test, right, when you perform the pen test, you need to do the binary analysis of this particular file, where you can check the code and other sensitive information inside this particular binary, right? And what is mobile provisioning file? So by default, when we talk about the distribution of your iOS application, right? So by default application on iOS can only be installed from the app stores, right? And in some of the cases where this IPA file need to be tested in beta version, right? So for distributing this beta version of this file, this mobile provisioning file needs to be included in this file, so that it can be distributed to the developers or the QA testers, or or the pen testers, right, to perform the vulnerability assessment or other functions, right? So this is the file. And what is code signature, right? Code signature basically uh, is to make sure that the integrity should be maintained of the file, right? Uh, so so they are including the signature of this particular file, and if anyone editing this particular file, so this file can't be used by other users, right? So this basically, this one is used to manage the integrity of the file, right? And bundle resources file. So what bundle resources file includes, basically, images, video, sound, HTML files, and property list files. All these files included inside this. So this is what I explained in my earlier slide about all the files like iTunes works, iTunes metadata list, payload, application binary, mobile provisioning file, and code signature. So you can go through it. If you have any question, then we can definitely answer it, right? So okay, so iOS binary package. So when any IPA application is provided to you, so when you need to check the binary package, and how you will check it, because IPA file, when you open the IPA file in any dissembler, so you will not able to get the direct code, right? So for that you need to basically extract the files, right? Uh, so this IPA file basically contains the zip file, right? So basically you need to just convert this particular file into zip, and then extract this zip file, so that you can check all the files inside this particular package, right? Okay, so when you unzip the file, and you will find out that there is one file named dvia underscore v2.app file. So basically, for checking all the files listed inside this file, you need to right click on this file and just click on the show package consent, and it will display all the packages inside there. So let me quickly show you how to check it. So I have this file, and I will just delete this one, so that I can quickly show you. All right, so let's move to test. All right, so this one is deleted. So I'm just checking this tvia file. I will copy it, and I have created one folder here, and I will paste it here. So basically what I will do, I will just rename it as zip. And I will open one terminal here. I do ls, so I can find one file listed dvia.zip. I will unzip it. Now it's getting unzipped. Yes, it's unzipped, and you can check, right? There is one folder that is called payload, and this folder contains the dbia then 2.app file. So basically, when you need to check the files inside this, so what you have to do, you have to just right click on it and then just click on the show package content. So when you click on the show package content, it will display all the files inside this, right? When I was talking about the binary application binary executable, right? So where is the application binary executable? This one is the application binary executable, and it contains the same name which application name has, right? So you can see this is .app and this is having the same name, right? So when you perform any pen test, this file needs to be investigated using dissembler, right? I will show you how to open this particular file using dissemblers, right? So I will show you. And there are so many other files uh, inside this particular package. So you need to investigate each and every file to check for sensitive information. Correct. And this one is done. And okay, app data navigation using SSH. Okay, so I was talking about, when you navigate into your application and trigger any event. So there is one location where your application sensitive data is being stored, right? So this is the particular location, and this location is private where mobile container data application. So if you are doing your pen test and you need to navigate this particular location for checking the sensitive information, like in case of local data storage, I will be checking all these locations for the sensitive information like document, library, temp, right? So I will quickly show you, right? So where is the here? So when so this is the DVA application, device info. If I'm doing any activity like the local data storage, plist, user information, keychain, right? So if I'm typing anything here, test, test, save in plist file, data saved in plist file. So all these activity will be stored in this particular location. And as a pen tester, we need to navigate this particular location for checking the sensitive information, right? So, so what I will do, I will quickly show you using SSH how to navigate this particular location. Then we will move to our next session. All right, I have already done, I think, SSH. So I will go to the root folder and then navigate to the CD, and so this location is private where mobile, right? CD private where. Okay, mobile is not coming. Oh, it's in, I think, small letters. Okay, mobile container and then data applications, right? If I do dir, oh, yeah, you can see, right? So I mean, there are so many applications installed this particular iPhone. So that's why, you are seeing lots of UUIDs, right? So to check your UUID, you need to navigate to the Filja and quickly check about the UUID. So you need to navigate to private where and then mobile. This one is the mobile, and then container, data, and then application, right? You can see there are lots of application there. Right now we are doing the assessment for DVR, so we can quickly check for DVR. So this one D4D, so it starts with D4D DVR. So if I click on this, so it starts with DBD. So I will navigate D4D. Right. So let me clear it so that it is visible. If I do dir, right? So if I navigate this particular file, you can see three folders like document, library, temp. So you need to investigate each and every folder for sensitive informations. Like if I do cd documents, I click on dir, so you can see, right, there is a file inside this particular location that is called user info.plist. So there might be chances that this plist contains some sensitive information. Sorry, user info.plist. So if I do ls, you can see, right, so I have just shown you, right, before entering this particular location, I have created one string there, right, tested. So you can see when I navigate this particular file, I can see all the information here, like the username is test and the password is test, right? So this information is being stored in this playlist file. So as a pen tester, so your task is to navigate each and every file for sensitive information. Similarly, you can navigate other folders as well, like library, temp, right? All right. And app data navigation using filja. So I already shown how to navigate to this particular file. So let me quickly open it again in my browser so that you can check uh, check the location of this particular file. So I have opened this one using browser. I can navigate private where, and then mobile. This one is the mobile, container, data, and applications. So in application, you can see lots of UUIDs are there. So but our main motto was to check the DBA application, right? So and DBA was started with D4D, right? So I can quickly navigate B and C. This one is D4D, right? You can see, right? So if I clicked on this particular file, I can see, if I click on the document, there is one file user input.plist, and if I click on library, you can see, there are three uh, another folders, right, inside this, like application data, caches, preferences. If I click on application support, you can see, there are some SQLite files also there, like the database files, right? So I will show how to check all these files using command prompt as well as the browser, right? So as a pen tester, we need to check all these files. So if I click on the preferences, and preferences also contain some files, but this particular application is not storing anything into the preferences, and we need to check for caches also, right? In cache folder, when you navigate into your application, and sometime the image of this particular screen is stored by your iOS application. So all these snapshots has been captured in this particular location. So basically, as a pen tester, you need to check if any screen has been captured by your application or not, right? And check if this image file containing any sensitive information or not. If I take an example of banking application, if you are entering your credit card information for purchasing any item from any e-commerce sites, right? So when you are entering your credit card information, if this particular image is stored by this application, there might be chances that attacker can check this particular file and get all the sensitive information from there. So you need to check for that particular file as well. Right. All right, so these are the files, right? So you need to check. And okay, now we can quickly check the Burp suite configuration, how you will capture the dynamic request of your application in the in the iOS application, right? And we will also check how to install the Burp suite certificate in your iOS device. So basically, you all know, I think you all are pen tester. You need to just open the Burp suite proxy and click on the option tab, and then click on add button to add the port, right? So you can add the port here, and once the port is added, so the next thing is to check the IP address of your iPhone device. So in your iOS device, go to settings menu, tap the Wi-Fi option from the settings menu, and the under the HTTP proxy title, tap the manual tab. I can quickly show you here rather than just explaining from the slide. I can quickly show you from here. So basically you need to click on here and then click on this. You have to scroll here and write down the server name and the port here which you have mentioned in your Burp proxy. So let me quickly open my Burp also. So this is the community version, and I have added the 8081 port here. And if I check my IP address, right? So where you will get the IP address, you can just click on if config in the command prompt. If you are not compatible with this, so you can quickly check from the system preferences. What is your IP address? Just click on the network, and this one is the IP address of your system, 192.168.225.38. And now we can quickly check here 192.168.225.38, and the port is same, 8081. Correct. Right, so this one is set, and what we will do, we can quickly open one page to check if we are able to capture any request or not. Right, so I think we are able to capture the request. Right. Right, so now we are able to capture the request like google.com and all the request. And you can quickly navigate into your HTTP history to quickly browse all the files here. Right, where is my phone? Is here, right? You can see, right? I'm able to capture the request. Similarly, in the same way, you can also capture the request of your application, right? So next thing is how to install the certificate, right? So for that you need to save the page off. Okay, let me open this. So basically you need to just type http and then Burp and click on this. So you can see, there is one option here to download the file. And so when I have already installed the Burp certificate here, but when you are doing it first time, so you will get the port sugar CS certificate in this location. So basically you what you need to do, you need to just click on the install here, and it will give another prompt for installing this particular file. You need to just click on the install and it's done, right, to install this particular file, right. So I think all these has been written here, right? The same which I showed you, all these steps are written in the slides also. All right, so sometime when you install this Burp certificate, so you need to configure it in the iOS device. So basically you need to trust the certificate, because this CA certificate is not trusted. So for capturing the HTTPS requests, you need to navigate to your settings, then general and about certificates. I will show you here. So what you have to do, you need to go to journals and then profile and device management, and then click on here, and you need to just click on the trust icon, because I have already installed it. So you will get a prompt of the trust. When you click on the trust, it will get verified by the iPhone, and then you will able to capture all the HTTPS request here. All right, so Burp suite configuration is done. Now we can quickly move to some of the in local storage vulnerabilities in iOS application, because I have already shown you the uh, the location where application stores sensitive information, and I have also shown with the help of SSH as well as the filja, right. You can navigate using any of the method which I have shown you. So I can quickly give you a glimpse of the insecure local storage. There are lots of location where all these information is stored, like plist, user default, keychain, code data, and yep database, right. So what I will do, I will open this application, right. DB application I have opened, and if I click on local data storage, you can see, right. So there are so many location where you can find the information, like in the plist, user default, keychain. So if you check here, insecure data storage is a vulnerability which occurs when sensitive data is stored locally on the device without proper protection, right. So we need to check all these files, like the plist file. So if I type the username and password here, password is also Sateesh. So if I click on save, you need to navigate the location of this plist file. So I already told you where is this location is. So this is the application which I am working on. So I will click on this, and I will click on documents. So you can see, right, the user info.plist file is located here. So if I click on it, you can download this file if you are using filja. If you are not using filja, you can check with CLI also, right. So I will download it and quickly check, what all information is stored here, right? So I downloaded it, and I'm just checking it. I have typed this Sateesh, the username, and the password is also Sateesh, right? So this information, if is storing in clear text, this will be a vulnerability for the application. And I think I have already shown you with the help of CLI. Yeah, I will quickly show you. Yes. Right. So in CLI, you can also check all these information, right? Now I will show you the core data. So if your application is storing this one, core data, right? If your application is storing any information into the database, right, SQLite database, where you need to check it, like the input entered here is saving using the core data framework on the device. Your task is to find out the saved information on the device. So what I will do, I will type the name, and email is a.com, and phone I will type anything, and password. So if I click on the save, so this data is stored in the core data, right? So our task is to find out the location where this information is stored. So as I told you, so I'm just refreshing it by clicking on it. I don't know what happened. Okay, all right. Okay, so now it's coming DVD, right? So yes, and documents. If I click on the documents, only one file. If I click on the library, so if I click on the application support, right? So if I click on the application support, you can see, right, there are lots of SQLite database stored there. So so this core data is stored here, model.sqlite. So we need to check this information, if we will get the stored information in clear text or not, right? So for that we have SQLite browser. So I will quickly show you through the CLI command. Let me clear it. All right, cd dot dot, and I'm just coming back to the application folder. Oh, sorry, it's library. Library. If I do dir, and we'll check cd sun support, and then if I click on dir, right, so you can see, right, there are files inside this. So our main motto is to check this particular file. So we have the SQLite uh, database installed in the iPhone device. So we can quickly check SQLite 3. Sorry, it's capital M. Model.sqlite. If I click on enter, it will give me the SQLite interface. So from there I can check the tables inside this database, right? So I can see that there are so many tables inside this, but this looks like fuzzy for me. So what I will do, I will just type the SQL command. Select star from get USER, and then enter. If I type here, so you can see, right, there are two entries inside this table, and I can see what I have typed here, right? So the first entry is a.com Sateesh, and this is the information. You can check all the information here, right? All the information is in clear text, and as a pen tester, you can check all these files inside there. So this is the one method. The another method is just click on the Filja file, SQL database, and click on download here. You can quickly download this particular file, SQL database, and I think I have downloaded the SQLite browser. I can quickly check if I have the SQLite browser in my repository. Yes, I have the DB browser, so I can open this. You can download this DB browser from the net, and I can open the database by just clicking. I think it's in download. I think model. Yes, this one is the model SQL database. I can open it here, right? And if I browse data from here, so you can check, using this SQLite browser also. Jet users somehow I think not able to download the file because I think I have not refreshed the file in the Filja. That's why not able to get the. Let me quickly refresh it and click on library, application support, and if I select this one, SQLite, I will download it again. It's with one. Now I will open it again. Okay, somehow no, it is not able to display the data here. So, but anyway, so what you can do, you can download the SQLite file using Filja, and then check the information using the SQLite browser. If this is not working, you have another option, which I already shown how to check using the CLI command, right? This one. You can quickly check all the information using this using the CLI commands, right? Okay, so now next thing I will quickly move to another vulnerability. Yeah, I will go back and then keychain, right? So so keychain also storing, sensitive information about your application. So as a pen tester, you need to navigate to the keychain to check for the sensitive information. So like if I type anything here, right? So this particular information will get stored into the keychain. So I will show you how to check this particular location and get the information from there. Okay. So if I type Sateesh here, and if I click on save, so it is saving into the keychain storage. So our task is to our task is to find out the location and then the information inside this particular keychain. So for that I will be using the Frida and objection for that. Okay, let me terminate it. And so I have already installed the Frida in my in my device. So what I will do, I will just check if my device is connected or not. So Frida PS -u, and if I check how many, yes, this one is working, and I checked if my device is connected with the device or not, right? So Frida PS -u. It will list out the applications stored here. Yes. So now I am checking the information for the DVR. So Frida also have one other utility objection which helps to hook into the application. So what I will do, I will just check for this PID, and or you can use the both things, right? You can either hook into your application using PID or the application name. So I will just note down this PID 2443 and type oh, section G 2443 and then explore, right? So if I type this command, so what this particular command will execute it, so it will hook into this particular application, because I want to check the keychain data of this particular application. So I will hook into this particular application. So I hooked into this application, and so if I type iOS, you can see, there are a lot of commands inside this. So if I type iOS and just tab it, so you can see, there are lots of command which you can execute into your application, like cookie, heap, bundles. I will show you, how to extract the heap memory using this objection command also. Right now I'm just checking the keychain data. So what I will do, I will just type the iOS keychain and dump, right? So oh, sorry, I think this one is disconnected. So what I will do, I will on it again, and then Keychain dump. Okay, all right. I think I need to hook into the application again. I will click on exit and type this one, application, hooked into the application, and then I will click iOS keychain and dump. If I click on the iOS keychain dump, so it will give me the information about the keychain storage, right? And you can see, right? I have recently typed into the application like the password name or any information like Sateesh, right? So you can see this particular information is stored into the keychain, and if any attacker can check all the information, they can get all the information about the keychain and execute further vulnerabilities into the iOS application. So as a pen tester, you need to check this keychain storage as well. All right, so this one keychain and core data and yep database. Let me check if I have this particular thing in DB application or not. Yes, I have the yep database also. So there is one yep database. The input entered here is saved using okay, here. So the input entered here is saving using a yep database library. Your task is to find out where this value is stored into the app sandbox. So if I type the username as Sateesh, and then password is also Sateesh, and if I click on save in yep database, so this particular information is stored in the yep database. So as a pen tester, you need to navigate this particular file and check what all information is stored. So we need to click on library and then application support, and you can see here, right, there is one file yep database.sqlite. So like the core database, you can quickly navigate using the CLI command to the yep database.sqlite file and check if any sensitive information is stored there or not, right? So you can do in both the methods, either by using the filja or by using the SQLite commands, right? All right, I think this is for today, and if you have any question, I can quickly answer your queries, and then definitely we will meet in the next chapter. Thanks, Manish. This is what I want to cover for today, and basically I tried to so how we navigate to the file system and check the local storage sensitive information into the iOS applications. So if anybody has any question, then we can answer. Otherwise, we can meet next time.
Okay. So, uh, at least if anyone have any questions, please do ask it in the chat. So, is there any emulator for iOS?
There is no any emulator. You need to emulator is only available with the Xcodes. So an Xcode is available with the MacBook. So if you want to work on the emulators, then you need to check with Mac OS and Xcode. And there is no such emulators available like Genymotion, which you used for the Android pen testing, right? So there is no such kind of emulators available. So that's why we need to rely on the iPhone for iOS testing.
So, in total, we do not have any option of testing an application without an iPhone.
Yes, yes. Without, I mean, oh, I think the same pen test for iOS can we do via Windows OS. Yes, there is one VM available, Mobile Xer. What you can do, you can install the Mobilexer VM in your Windows OS, and connect your iPhone using the USB cable with your Windows operating system, and then using the Mobilexer VM, you can check or do the pen test of your iOS applications. I hope this answers the VM query. Yes. Mobilexer has all the tools installed inside this, but as a pen tester, you need to install all the tools in your iPhone device so that it can communicate to your Mobilexer tool. I will show you in the coming sessions how to connect with the Mobilexer and what all tools inside the Mobilexer VM.
Okay, so I also had one question. Meanwhile, somebody was asked something that
Mm-hmm.
okay. So let's compare Mobilexer and MacBook, right? So
Mm-hmm.
will we add any kind of disadvantage if I'm using Mobilexer instead of a MacBook while testing a iOS app?
Nothing. You can simply download Mobilexer and start using it, because Mobilexer is the VM which has the provision of doing pen test for both versions of like Android and iOS as well, right? So you can install it and quickly start working on it using Mobilexer, because all the tools are already installed. So when you have the MacBook, so you need to install each and every tools within by yourself, right? But if you are using Mobilexer, you need to just download the Mobilexer and start working on it. Before that, you need to work on the your iPhone device, installing the tools and other stuffs.
So there are some services which are in cloud. I don't exactly remember their name, but they claim to provide iOS devices in the cloud, and you can, put proxy in your towards your browsers from them via, dynamic DNS and other mechanisms, and it
Mm-hmm.
data on your, you can say, intercept proxy, which is sitting on your system, and you will not even require an iOS. So are you in usage of any of such service?
No, we have not used yet, because there are some challenges if you are using the cloud platforms, right? So I mean, so there are some privacy challenges there. So that's why in our organization we have not used the cloud services till yet. So
Okay. Yeah.
in fact, if I talk about the organization, so organization also has their own cloud kind of services inside their organization, where they have set up a lab from where users or associates, if they need any device, they can take a request and access these devices from their own locations, but within the organization network only, not from the cloud.
Okay. So I hope it's obvious that we can use iPads also for the pen test, right?
Yes, we can use.
Fair enough.
Yes, definitely we can use iPad also.
Okay. So it seems, Satish ji, we are done with the questions for today.
Okay, perfect in that case. And keep
So
learning,
thank you.
guys, and keep
Uh,
sharing. If you are learning
Thank you
anything,
everyone who has
just share with the group.
joined. And thank you, Satish ji, for your wonderful presentation of iOS pen testing. So we will be back live again on next weekend, same time for